Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? Happy Thursday. So we're going to go over a little bit in detail about this case, get some questions, see if we can get some or any answers, just a little bit more knowledge about the case. How's everybody doing? All right, but you know what I got to do before we go into this.
Guys, something just freaking.
I can't really see you guys, so but right now I'm fucking creeped out. That
Let's get in the gates there because it's a gated community. I was all proud of myself. It's freezing out here.
I'm gonna connect the drone again. Oh, yes. As the time draws nearer, I think I'm getting a little bit more nervous about going in there alone. This is going to be a crazy, insane case. The more I watch it, the more I've watched about it. Especially I went again and watched. It's been a long time since I watched, but on Ghost Adventures, Zach Baggins and his team go out there and do an investigation on this too as well. Let's see. I'll just say what's up to everybody too, because I think I mentioned everybody. Hey Jen, hey Leisha, hey Beverly, hey Ann, hey I think I saw CDT. Hey CDT, how you doing? I think I saw the glare, Finding Hope, Alyssa, Kara, Christy, MJ's Live, what's up? Nicole, Beverly, Cat Lady, Jules, Kelly, Jennifer, Char. You say Char? Is it Char C or Char C? Vicky, Declarer. What's up, everybody? What is up? Yeah, so, oh god. So I wanted to go over about this little the case a little bit, kind of get a little preparation for it. So I saw Anne, welcome to the family. Happy to have you as a part of the family. So guys, this one I think is going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy because that I know of, I don't know, but I've seen a bunch of different paranormal people go to this house. However, I've not seen anybody that I know, to my knowledge, that has gone solo. So I think that's what got me kind of like on edge a little bit, because I'm going to be solo doing this investigation in this house from pretty much, evening until the next morning. So, oh, Christy, thank you so much, Christy Flanagan. You're awesome. Christy's always an awesome supporter over here. Thank you. I appreciate your donation. Thank you so much. Oh, so yes. So this is going to be an insane investigation, guys. And then after this one too, the next month after, I'm going to try to schedule it as soon as I can, early too. I'm going to be going to the Stanley Hotel. It's another one that I think, hey, what's up, Claire? Thanks, brother. Thanks for the donation. Looking forward to this one. Stay safe, brother. Yeah, it's going to be crazy, guys. I wish that I could go live. I tried to beg her to go live. I was like, please, for the love of God, I'll sign anything. I'll sign whatever contract you want. I'll make sure that nothing happens and nobody buys, tries to sell my live stream or anything like that. But she wasn't having it. Hey, Linda. Welcome to the family, T King. Yeah, guys, this is gonna be freaking insane. I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble for this or not, but I'm gonna show little tiny clips of the investigation that Zach did on, I think it's Zach Baggins and the Ghost Adventures on the Travel Channel. I'm gonna advertise for them, okay? So please, guys, don't strike me, don't strike me, Dad, don't strike me, Dad. I just wanted to show a little tiny clip of what's going on. So, but we're going to read over kind of what happened too. But I want to share, little pieces of what had happened in Zach Baggins. Wonder if I could just look it up on YouTube, maybe take it from there. I'm a little nervous to do it directly from the travel channel. I have it up from the travel channel because I'm going to post a link in there. So let me get that. Hold on, give me just a second. All right, travel channel, please don't block me for doing this, okay? I'm trying to promote you guys right now. All right, if you guys are interested in it, here is the link. Did it block me? No, it's not on. Okay, here's the link to the episode where Zach Baggins and his team goes out to the investigation at this location. It gives you, and what I do like about Ghost Adventures is they do like a lot of history type things in there. So like it's really awesome to watch their channel like kind of go over the history of the, what had happened. And he even goes so far to, there was a axe that was in question. I guess the police officer that originally had, gone over the investigation, forgot the axe there, the actual axe, and supposedly went and bought another axe. So they have this other axe that's supposed to be the murder weapon that they think was the actual murder weapon. And I think it's like in a little store in a museum. I don't know if it's a museum or a store. But anyway, Zach Baggins ended up getting it, and he was trying to use it as a trigger object. So, he goes in there, he grabs the axe, he tries to use it as a trigger object. What was interesting to me, and this is kind of crazy in my opinion, is when he went on the investigation, he put this axe, he was laying down and he put it up. And, I know sometimes it's a lot about show, but this is kind of dangerous. He put it up and kind of tempted them. If you want to hurt somebody, go ahead and hurt me with this axe. You want to hurt somebody, go ahead and hurt somebody with this thing. However, with that too, there is multiple people that go on the investigations with him. And I know he says it's just me and my crew, but when I see these investigations, I see him and his crew, which is like Aaron and then Nick, I think is his name. And they go on these investigations and it's them, but a lot of times they'll have other people too. They'll have somebody at like base, kind of watching over things and kind of, informing them, hey, this might have happened or whatever. They have like a home base setup. And then they also have somebody, there was another person that came in too. I think it was an old sheriff or something that came in, and he's a skeptic. So he wanted to try to see what they could capture too. He's like, I don't really believe in this stuff. So it was interesting to see that too. So it's cool to see like when they do the skeptics, well, come in here. You're skeptic of it. Come check it out. We want you to check it out. And that's how I am too. Like of people, like when they're like, oh, I'm skeptic of this. Well, yeah, you might be skeptic of it, but why don't you try it out for yourself and then see, what happens. But I wouldn't ask anybody to go put themselves in the danger and go conjure a demon or anything like that, because I wouldn't want anybody to get hurt. But yeah, but I do hope a lot of times that the skeptics, you see evidence, and that's what I try to do. I try to do it to give you guys the evidence so that you can see, you can make your own decisions, and just give you what I can. And that's why I always try to do it live. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do this one live because she will not allow it, but I will record everything in its entirety. And I'm going to put, I think, God, I keep saying this and I almost give it away. So I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do, but basically we'll go over all the footage together of what I do that night. It'll be like a long marathon of you guys, whatever you guys are seeing at this, I'm watching it at the same time as you. So we'll try to see if we can capture anything together. I'll eventually do it where I go over the findings and listen with my headphones and my equipment. But yeah, but anyway, that's what's going to happen. Happy birthday, Gene Hulk. Is that how you, I hope I didn't mess up your name. Happy birthday. And shoot. Okay, so I'm trying to I try to think. I'm like, should I do this from the Travel Channel? Because I already have it up in the link. But I think what I want to do is maybe I go on YouTube and grab it from another person. I still want to get in trouble from doing it from the Travel Channel. What do you guys think? Should I risk it? Should I risk it and try to do it from the Travel Channel site? I'm promoting you, Travel Channel. Come on, don't strike me. Don't strike me down. Yeah, there's a ton of activity in that house. I was seeing somebody said there's so much activity. Yeah, there is a lot of activity in the house. What about no sound? No sound. I don't know if that would. I don't know if that would do it though. Do your commentary. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get my commentary, but I think that only applies to like maybe YouTube videos too. I don't know the legality portions of it. Like if I do like my reaction video, I know that there's a clause set in where you can do a reaction to someone's video. So maybe I do that. Okay. But first let's go over it. Let's kind of read into some of this real quick, and then I'll find it on YouTube, and I'll find the different places. Maybe it'll show like some good clips from the ghost adventures. All right, hold on guys, I'm gonna share my screen. Is it worth a strike? I don't know. I always take risks. I'm a risk taker. All right, hold on. I'm going to share my screen with you guys so that you guys can see this. All right. I'm going to try to zoom in so you guys can see a little more too, hopefully. Come on. I don't know. It's not letting me zoom in. Come on, man. Let me zoom in more. There we go. All right. The Villisca axe murders occurred between the evening of June 9th, 1912 and the early morning of June 10th, 1912 in the town of Villisca, Iowa, United States. The 6 members of the Moore family and 2 house guests. Oh, holy smokes. I just saw somebody give a huge donation. So I got to jump back. Sorry. Got to make sure I catch that. Luann. Thank you, Luann Hunter. I appreciate you. Love you, Mekcee, and all you do is so very interesting. And I love the paranormal. Thank you so much. I appreciate your donation. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it. That's awesome. This helps to go towards the investigations into different things too. Like when I go take this one's going to be a little bit pricier, but it was so worth it to me. Like I already put the deposit. I have to pay the remainder of the balance of it, which won't be bad because you guys have already donated for the Stanley Hotel. So I'm kind of supplementing in between. So thank you guys so much for the donations, because you guys do really make this possible to go do things like this. So super stoked about this one. Super stoked. I can't wait to show you guys everything too when I get back. But I'm going to do a live. Remember that I'm going to do a live prior to me going into that house. And I think what I'm going to do too is I'm going to I'm purchasing more equipment right now. My wife's gonna kill me. I'm purchasing more equipment because I want to make sure that I can cover all areas of the house that I can see, because sometimes something will happen downstairs or something will happen in another location that I might not be at. So I'm going to make sure that I cover all aspects of the house as much as I can cover. What was I going to say? Oh, the drone. That's what I was going to do too. Hey, Rachel Hudson. Welcome to the family. Happy to have you here. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get another drone too. I want to try to get a 4K drone so I could get like good aerial footage of the house, kind of go around the house, give you guys a sense of the feel of it too. So, oh man, I'm excited. I'm excited. Okay, so let's get back into this. Here. Let's see. In the morning of June 10th, 1912, in the town of Villisca, Iowa, United States, 6 members of the Moore family and 2 house guests were found bludgeoned in the Moore residence. All 8 victims, including 6 children, had severe head wounds from an axe. A lengthy investigation yielded several suspects, one of whom was tried twice. The first trial ended in a hung jury, and the second ended in an acquittal. The crime remains unsolved. Now, there were several suspects in this too, and we'll kind of go over the details of the case, but there were several suspects in this, and what we have to remember is that this is still an open case. They have not convicted anybody of this. So that makes for sometimes a very bad paranormal type of thing to happen. So let's see. All right, details. The Moore family consisted of parents Josiah B. Sarah Montgomery, 39. So there were 43 and 39, and their 4 children. Herman. Oh God, I felt bad for that child with that name, Herman. I would never want to have the name Herman. Poor Herman. Herman Montgomery, Mary Catherine, Arthur Boyd, and Paul Vernon. An affluent family. Family. The Moores were well known and well liked in the community. On June 9th, 1912, Mary Catherine Moore invited, I don't know how to pronounce the name because I haven't looked enough into it yet, Ina May, and Lena Gertrude. Oh, that name Gertrude. That poor child too. What's up with these parents back in the day with those names? I guess they were acceptable back in the day, huh? To spend the night at the Moore residence. That evening, the visiting girls at the Moore family attended Presbyterian Church, where they participated in the Children's Day program. How sad, right? They participated in this church program, and they pretty much got home in the evening, only to come home to that. It's so terrible, so terrible, and it's so terrible that nobody got, had to. That they didn't find. Well, they found several suspects, but they didn't get anybody in there. See, which Sarah had coordinated. After the program ended at 9:30, the Moores and the Stillinger sisters walked to the Moores house, arriving between 9:45 and 10 p.m. At 7 a.m. the next day, June 10th, Mary Peckham, the Moorish neighbor, became concerned after she noticed the family had not come out to do the morning chores. Isn't this crazy? Like, you think about like the old days, like with that, like in a town of like Iowa, like you get out, you just used to seeing your neighbor do their daily chores or whatever they do, and the neighbor was concerned about it. This is back when neighbors were like actually neighborly and were concerned about you and actually knew about your family and how you guys were doing. Now it's kind of like you don't even know your neighbors. A lot of the times it's like, who are you? Who are you? Oh, I've only been here like 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. How you doing? My name's Mekcee. What's your name? I try to be a good neighbor whenever I see my neighbors, but that's just unfortunately how it is right now. Let's see where we're at. Concerned after the family had not come out to the morning chores, Peckham knocked on the Moore's door. When nobody answered, she tried to open the door and discovered that it was locked, which was unusual. Back in the day, they didn't used to lock their doors. They didn't used to have violent crime, especially in a little town like this. You wouldn't expect this. Peckham let the Moore's chickens out and called Ross Moore, Josiah's brother. Like Peckham, Moore received no response when he knocked on the door and shouted. Ross unlocked the front door with a copy of his house key while Peckham stood on the front porch. Ross went into the parlor and opened a guest bedroom door, where he found Ina and Lena Stillinger's bodies on the bed. Moore immediately told Peckham to call Hank Horton, Villisca's primary peace officer, who arrived shortly thereafter. Horton's search of the house revealed that the entire Moore family and the 2 Stillinger girls had been bludgeoned to death. The murder weapon, an axe belonging to Josiah, was found in the guest room where the Stillinger sisters were found. So, God, it's pretty it's gruesome to think about like this. It's really, really gruesome to actually think about. Someone went in there, basically hid, waited for them to come home, waited for them to go to bed, went to the mother and the father first. Actually, he did the father first, probably because, obviously he didn't want the father to fight back. And he did it with the other side of the axe to the father, too, as well. He said it was so bad that you couldn't even, like, the eyeballs popped out and all kinds of gruesome details in it. But these are kids, too. Like, it's just, it takes, like, a very unique type of person, and I'll say unique in a sickened way, to do something like that to children. And so, like, we can't forget, like, what happened here. Like, it's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. So I'm curious if on the paranormal side of things, because it's an unsolved mystery, if we can find any type of answers, whether it be through the spirit box or whatever it is, if we can find any answers as to what potentially happened or who may have potentially been involved. One of the things on the investigations that I like in these type of cases is because when demons are present in things, I know they say a lot of different things, but sometimes they say what they talk about are in truths. They give you part truths, and sometimes they give you lies. So it's all kinds of mixed up. But so I'm very curious to see. Thank you, Nicole. I'll jump back on there so I can see it here. Thank you. Appreciate your donation. I have a bunch of pics of the house and the graves and a couple of videos from when a friend of mine stayed there. I can email you and illustrate it. Oh yeah, absolutely, Nicole. Absolutely. I'd love to take a look at that stuff. Yeah, I'm going to try to go to the grave sites too as well and try to get all that stuff on film. So yeah, absolutely. I would love if you could do that. That'd be great. My mods, if you could put my email for Nicole in the chat, that'd be awesome. All right, let's keep going here. See where we're at. Cylinder's sister was found. Josiah in the guest room where Cylinder's sisters were found. And how terrible, too, that these sisters that had stayed there. God, can you imagine that? Like, you let your kids stay in that house, and it just so happens to be that one night where something like that happens. My God, like six kids, and 2 of them are yours, and you allowed them to go over to do a sleepover. You wouldn't be thinking anything of it. Like, I'd be devastated. I would absolutely be devastated. All right, let's keep going. The killer or killers used the blade of an axe on Josiah. See, that's what I was talking about. They actually used it on Josiah, the blade of it. The other part they turned it around and then used it on the rest of the victims, while using the blunt end on the rest of the victims. There you go, right there. Herman, Mary, Catherine, Arthur, and Paul were next bludgeoned in the head in the same manner as their parents. Afterwards, the murderer returned to the master bedroom to inflict more blows on the elder Moors, knocking over a shoe that had filled with blood before moving downstairs to the guest bedroom and killing Ina and Lena. Investigators believe that all of the victims, except Lena Stillinger, had been asleep when murdered. They thought that she was awake and tried to fight back as she was found lying crosswise on the bed and with defensive wounds on her arms. Lena's nightgown was pushed up to her waist, and she was wearing no undergarments, leading to the law enforcement speculation that the killers sexually molested her or attempted to do so. Ugh. Investigation. Over time, many possible suspects emerged, including Reverend George Kelly, which was a known pervert, Frank F. Jones, William Mansfield, Loving Mitchell, and Henry Lee Moore, no relation. George Kelly was tried twice for the murder. First ended in a hung jury, while the second trial ended in an acquittal. Other suspects in the investigation were also exonerated. I just don't think that they had enough to go off of, like back in the day. Like, we have so much more technology now, and I wish that there was something. Is so long ago, in the early 1900s, 1912, wasn't it? What was it? 19. I'm already forgetting. Yeah, 1912, June of 1912. See, and it goes on different ones. Andrew Sawyer, Reverend George Kelly, Frank Jones. So I'm thinking about, I don't know if I want to read every single one of these ones to you guys because it's long, but I want to go try to see as well. Stop sharing the screen. I want to go see if I can grab those videos real quick so you guys can see portions of when Zach Baggins did the investigation. And that way you guys can see little pieces of what it was like for Ghost Adventures in the house. I'm going to be solo, so I think that they're going to mess with me more. Hey, Janice, welcome to the family. Is it Janice or Janessa? Oh, I'm sorry, Janice. Janessa. Sorry, Janessa. Welcome to the family. So I'm going to try to see if I can find those videos, but like I still think about it. Like I've been having like, I don't know if it's like nightmares necessarily or something, but I've been thinking about this case a lot, and I think that it's been playing a part in some of my thoughts or something. And like I told you guys too, I feel like I had to do this investigation. I just got something in my eye and it's pissed me off. Oh, this sucks. Time out. I got something in my eye, guys. Oh, for the love of God. Time out. I feel like I want to splash this water in my eyeball right now. I wonder if I should do that. That freaking hurts. Whew. Don't cry. I can't help it. All right. Okay. That sucked. Sorry. Pull my lid down. Yeah. Do all kinds of things. I'm going to punch myself in the eye too. See if that helps. All right. Don't go alone. Take Robbie. He'll keep you safe. Robbie wouldn't keep me safe. Robbie would run out of the house immediately. But you know what? I was told several things too. Like I was told that the guy hid in the attic, but then it was also talking about, I don't remember if it was in Ghost Adventures. They were talking about maybe he had gone in the closet too. And then like after he went to sleep, like after they went to sleep, maybe he went in the closet. I don't know. But you guys know me. When I'm going to go in there and I do this investigation, you guys know that any area that I can go to, which I think this will be like, I think I can go anywhere from what I understood. So I definitely will be going in that closet and sitting in there where they potentially thought that he might have been hiding as well too. Thank you, Social Butterfly. Welcome to the family. So I think that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide in the closet. Then I'm going to go in the attic. There's a cellar. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to the cellar, but I'll tell you right now, I do have this weird feeling about the cellar. I don't know why. I just have this really strange feeling about the cellar. They went on it on Ghost Adventures, and if I can go in it, I'm going to go on it. Go into the cellar to do it. So, actually, here we have the idea. Yeah, no, I'm not. You should see. Like, I created a video for my Patreon members, and I was bugging the crap out of my wife too. So, if you're a Patreon member and you're in here, guys, make sure you go check out the video because I did like the first little intro episode to the life of Mekcee type thing. I don't even know what I'm going to name it. Hey, Amateur Seeker. Yeah, and these two are awesome too. If you haven't subscribed to CDT or to Amber Truth Seekers 1-2, completely awesome. Their channel is awesome. And I saw that you dealt with some unfortunate things with a person which I choose not to name on this channel. And you guys do an awesome job, and don't let people get you down with negative comments and negative things, because people are always going to be negative and they're always going to talk. And the bigger your channel grows and the bigger you guys grow in your community and stuff like that, you're always going to get those people that just love to talk about things. So the best thing you can do is just not even pay them any mind. Just like shrug them off, because literally, like, you got to recognize that you are in a position, like, you're starting to climb up and you're starting to get higher and higher. And like, often I think about the analogy about where the eagle and the crow is on the back, and then what does the eagle do? He just lets them sit there and just keeps climbing on up, just keeps soaring, doesn't say anything, doesn't try to get them off, doesn't try to fight it, just keeps going until they get lack of oxygen, and it's just boom, it's done for them. And that's what you guys got to do sometimes. Like, I'm trying to do that. And but anyway, you guys are awesome. Don't let people get you down. You guys have great content. You guys do great things. So anyway, that was a side note. I got distracted. Now I can't even remember what the heck I was doing. Okay, we're going to go see if we can do the videos. That's what we're going to do. So give me just a second. I'm going to look up and see if I can find the videos.
Of 8 gruesome murders.
This is somebody just straight up showing it on their TV. That's funny. I'm trying to see if I can find it, guys. Sorry, hold on. They just showed it on their TV. Whatever. I'm gonna go off this. I'm gonna go off of this person's channel. We're gonna do it, and I'm gonna give my commentary on it. Let's see. All right, the quality of it is not the greatest, but they put it on here, so. Okay, can you guys see it? All right, here we go.
In 1912, these horrific killings left a stain on the once quiet house. Father Josiah Moore, his wife Sarah, their 4 children, Herman, Catherine, Boyd, and Paul, as well as 2 neighbors.
See, there's the cemetery, the graves that they're at. I want to try to go to that too as well while I'm out there. I might as well.
Children, Lena and Ina Stillinger, all brutally bludgeoned to death in their beds. Their heartless murderer was never identified. 2 former residents have developed a disturbing emotional connection with the spirits who reside within. You lived inside here?
Yes.
Who did you live in here with?
My mom, my dad, my sisters, and brothers.
When you moved in here, were you aware of the horrific events that took place in here?
When we first moved here, we had sleeping there on the front floor.
If you watch this episode, I sent the link to you guys. So if you go back, there's a link that goes directly to the travel channel, so you guys can watch this episode. But this poor lady is so traumatized. Like, she's traumatized from this. I don't know why she agreed to come into this house, but she was absolutely traumatized even doing like the interview.
And in the middle of the night, I heard this little girl crying. Our dad always liked to shove the He was holding the knife away from him like so. And then all of a sudden he went like this. It looked like there was a pressure on his hand and just turned that hand and stabbed him.
Isn't that crazy to think that He's over there sharpening his knife, which he would do all the time. These were previous residents, and then it turned around on him and stabbed him. That's some viciousness.
That a dark, unseen force was trying to take that knife and almost kill your father?
Yeah, absolutely. That energy doesn't want anybody here. This is his house.
Whose house?
The guy that did the murder.
Do you think that was him? You alright?
No,
What's wrong?
I have the sound. Oh, that sound.
You alright?
No.
What's wrong?
I feel very, very weak.
It's okay. You alright?
I have a feeling like that's sometime. I have a feeling I'm gonna get like that at one point or another.
Can you stay?
I can stay. I just need to breathe. Talking about what happened and just realizing the atrocity of it. You know, wow. There is definitely something not right.
I'll try to see if I
Things
can
that
skip it.
happen feel that it wants to do harm.
See, look at her. She's terrified.
When she told me that, they want you guys wanted us to come, I said, I don't want to go back there.
You didn't want to.
I didn't want to.
Do you think that this spirit, do you think he would still want to carry out his act of murder on you two?
I have a feeling that's what he wants to do.
Are you here right now? Do you hear me? Will you give me some answers and give her some answers? Do you want to get out of this house now?
If that's okay with you.
That's fine, sweetie. I understand.
Poor thing.
Okay.
If that's okay with you, poor thing. She's terrified. All right, let's see what else we got here.
House from the museum.
There's the axe.
Let's take this axe upstairs and take it in the attic crawl space where the suspected murderer hid out. Is this where you hid? The night that you brutally killed this family? Is this the axe that you used to kill 8 people? Just then, my digital recorder captured an EVP that sounds like an evil spirit laughing at my questions. Is this the axe that you used?
You hear it. Ha 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 ha.
You want to do more killing?
See, here's where he puts us there.
You want to keep killing? Push this axe on my face.
That's
Turn on the
insane.
next digital recorder. Show me that you're still here. You're still hurting people. We need to leave that alone.
We're gonna keep them in the dark. It's creepy. Let's see what else.
There. When their legs were suddenly.
I won't ruin everything for you, so you guys can. It's a gathering place. Ugh.
What appears to
Look, this is okay. Now this is where I start thinking in my head. I'm like, I'm gonna be solo, and then I feel like something like this is gonna happen to me, and hopefully I freaking capture it. Hopefully I capture it. But check out this door.
be a dark mist. Was it following Nick?
Oh, that was a mist. Dang it. You guys can't see it either. Ah! What happened? Ah! Ah! Okay, well, I guess it didn't show. But what had happened, I'll leave it there so you guys can, I don't want to ruin the entire episode for you guys. So go check it on the Travel Channel. They have it. You can watch it. So, but what I was going to say is there's a part where they have these sensored cameras, and what happens is this door like literally slams. It goes just by itself, just, and that's like what they call oh my gosh, poltergeist activity. So if it has enough of that like energy, that evilness to like do something like as in close the door, it kind of concerns me, like what else will happen during this? You know what I mean? Like what is going to happen during this investigation? So like I said, I'm going to be solo, I'm going to be alone. So I feel like they're going to mess with me a little more than I might be anticipating. I have a feeling it's going to be a very, very, very crazy investigation. But as we get closer to, guys, please make sure that you if you have questions or things that you want me to ask on the spirit box, I'll go through some really good ones and keep them, and I'll do them on the investigation while I'm out there. So make sure that you guys reach out to where'smekcee@gmail.com and reference that these are questions for the Villisca axe murder home that you would like me to ask during there. I'll go through them. I'll filter through some good ones and then pick some while I'm on investigation. And yeah, so I'm really curious as to what is going to happen, when it's going to be captured. So yeah, I think that's it. Let's see. Shoot. Yeah, they got EVP 6 kids. Yes, they did. They did get an EVP of 6 kids. You're correct, Jen. I don't know why my comments aren't loading. My comments are loading. Okay, here we go. They finally loaded. Yes. I'm going alone. Hearts of the Lion. I am going alone. So I can't wait to see what happens. Oh, I know. I have a feeling it's going to be crazy. And I'm going to try to figure out a way that I can keep it in real time so that you guys can see that there's no adjustments or anything made to the evidence. Because since I'm such an advocate for that, like, I like to be live on this so you guys can see and hear at the same time that it's happening as me. But the only way that I can think of doing that is having some kind of something that indicates the time that it is. So I'm trying to think of ways that I could potentially have like the time, and so it records so you guys can see what time it is, so you can see that there's no lapse in the investigation or in the footage. So I think that's the best thing I can think of, is trying to come up with like a timer so that you guys can see a timer. Not even on the video, like in front of it, like an old school, like freaking, here's the counting down, here's the time, like, so you guys can see physically on the video, not on the video itself, because I know those could be tampered with too as well, but putting like an old school like clock or something that would show you guys that each minute that's counted out, and probably each second. I'm going to try to see if I can get it down to like even seconds, so you guys know that there's not even seconds missing on the investigation too. Yeah, the time code unfortunately can be messed with a lot of times on footage, so I can do time stamps and time codes on all of my equipment, but you know, that still becomes questionable. But I want like an old school type thing so you guys can see it. So the video is recording, here it is, it's like posted up, it's counting down the time, it's even on the seconds and things like that, so you guys can see so that there's no lapse in time. So did you guys have any questions or anything that you guys can think of too? Just like even right now, do you guys have anything that you might want me to address while I'm out there doing this investigation? Yes, old digital battery clock. I'm going next month. It'll be on, I think it's the 12th. Let me look and see. April 13th into 14th. So it'll be the night of April 13th. So it's like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, almost a month away. 1 month away. Ask the murderer his name. Oh yeah, absolutely. I absolutely will. I'll ask who murdered them. You think there's a chance the owner would change their minds about doing a live? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. It is an older lady. She's very set in her way. And I can't say that I blame her. It's her property. So, I mean, if she doesn't want that, if that's one of her clauses, I mean, it is what it is. Unfortunately, I can't do it. That's the name of who killed him. What are you telling people? Are you telling people the wrong date, MJ? I got to check my calendar now, too. Make sure I'm not checking everybody. But I'll make sure to put it on, guys, because I'll do a... Remember, I'm doing a live prior to the investigation. So right when I'm in front of the house, I'll be doing my like little setup, and I'll talk to you guys, and we'll go over it, and I'll show you guys the outside of the house and things like that. So what part of the house was murdered? Bedrooms, Sandy. The parents' bedroom. It was kind of scattered throughout. Yep, I'll ask about that. Let's watch. Yeah, me too. I can't wait to take part in it. This would be crazy. Oh, on your son's birthday? That's crazy, Kimmy. I think it's Sandra. I'm too by myself. My wife is gonna go, but she's not gonna actually go into there. She doesn't want to take part in that. So I'm actually doing the Watch House 2 on Saturday. Yeah, I'll be doing the Watch House, the final one to collect all of it. The Demons Among Us. Those adventures probably opened a lot of activity. There was a lot of activity even prior to them going there. They had other paranormal investigators go in there as well. It's always been a place where they've had paranormal investigators go in. You tag along, Mekcee. I'll be good. I'll be good, guys. It's gonna be creepy though. I'm not gonna lie. This one makes me a little nervous. Stay safe with the scary house. The next one. What else was I gonna say? You know, when you said Mekcee. Yeah, I know. A lot of people would ask if it was a family member. Okay, I can ask that. Just find a cemetery where the alleged killer is buried. I can try to. We can try to. Be the first to go alone. That I know of. I'm the first that's gonna stay overnight alone. There might be somebody else, but even her, she acted like I was crazy for doing this. She's like, "Oh my god!" Like she's like, "You're doing this alone? Like nobody else is going with you?" I was like, "Nope." She's like, "You're a brave soul." So even she, and this is the owner of the place, so I don't think that I know. I think she would have told me. I think she would have said, "Oh, there's other people that have gone alone before," but I don't think that's the case. I don't think anybody else has gone alone. So, thank you, Amber Truth Seeker. Does the old lady live in the house or is it empty? It's they rent it out as a property to do paranormal investigations and things and stay. So they have like tours. They have you can actually rent it out to stay overnight if you want. So it's going to be crazy. I don't think you get any sleep until the morning. I don't think I'm definitely not going to get any sleep. Like she told me. She told me to bring my sleeping bag. She's like, make sure you bring your sleeping bag so when you go to sleep. I'm like, I ain't going to sleep. I don't know what you heard. I ain't going to sleep. There ain't no way I'm going to sleep in that house. No way, no how. Nope. People get. Oh, I know. Eventually, if it ever comes open, I'll fight tooth and nail to see if I can. I'll even come up with a lot of money to see if I could do it. So, okay, guys. Well, I suppose I'll let everybody go. I just kind of wanted to go over it and start getting everybody's, thoughts and the mindset of Villisca axe murder. I just wanted you guys to kind of start thinking about it because it's coming up close, and I want people to start thinking about what you guys want during the investigation, your thoughts about it, like what you want to ask, those different things. So we'll go over some of the questionable things. I think we'll do another segment because there's so many different parts of it too, as far as who was potentially involved, what happened to those people. So we'll go over all those portions of it in another live segment, but it's a lot to go over, guys. So we'll go over that in sections. Like the next one will be dedicated to just who was the questionable people that might have been involved in this, what happened to them, where are they now? Obviously we already know where are they now, but like what happened to them along the time frame. Christy Flanagan, thank you so much. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate you. So all right, guys, well, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you for joining me. I know it was a little bit earlier and I kind of did this randomly. So like I said, we'll make sure to go over the other portion of the investigation of this too. There's going to be many other things to cover on this. So we'll be talking about this one a little bit before we go into the investigation. So I hope you guys have an awesome day. Thank you so much for joining me either this morning or this afternoon, whatever it is for you guys. And I hope you have a good rest of your day and stay blessed. All right. See you guys. Thanks for joining.